Bismillah. This is a master in project management through Assigment University in partnership with Open University Malaysia. This project is going to be presented by Muhammad Abdi Bule. It is supposed to be presented by 3 people, Ayub Hassan Muhammad, Abduli Ali Farah, and Muhammad Abdi Bule, who is me speaking. The project course code is IMP M5202. Course name is Project Management. The program is Master of Project Management. The semester is May 21, and the facilitator, to thank him, Muhammad Hassan Gele, and our Dean of Faculty, Master Dr. Yunus. To start with the project, house project. This project is house project presentation. This is a project charter. The project charter is aimed to describe the purpose or the scope, the objective of the project, the estimated cost, that is the budget, the efforts that will be put in the project, the duration, that is the timeline that the project will take place, also the risks and the constraints in the project implementation, the risks that might be incurred, and also the assumptions and the approach and the organizing. The project was aimed to build a house for Master Muhammad Ahmed Hassan and the family in the area of Saipiano, Holland District in Mogadishu. The project has commenced on July 30th, 2021, and it is expected to complete no later than December 2021, which is now ongoing. The purpose of this project is to complete on time, and on all the stages that might be that may happen during the timeline is that the foundation development, that is when the project foundation status, and the timeline also expected. The exterior wall is, that is the boundary wall development, and the roof development, also the plumbing infrastructure, and also inside wall development, the roof finishing. The scope of the project is also the within 50,000 USD. Coming back to the project overview, this project is being assumed to construct or expected to construct a new house or a new building for Master Muhammad Ahmed Hassan, who is the owner of the house. This construction will be for a single family, and that single family will have 5 bedrooms, an office, and a 2-car garage, also built on half acre plot located in Holland District, Mogadishu City. The project, as already said, it has started on July 30th, and now it is ongoing, and it will be completed not later than December 2021. This house is also intended to construct using the newest building materials, as technology is developing every now and then, and we need to apply all the technologies and all the things that are being developed over the new years, and will involve a new technology in order to minimize the energy and the consumptions. Through using this new technology, it will utilize the manpower, and also it will utilize the resources, and also it will have less impact on the environment. The project began on July and will complete on 30th of December, which is 2 months to come. The project work breakdown structure, the WBS of the house project. The WPS is a project management tool that breaks down a project into a list of deliverables and tasks. And it is the WPS that helps us to give responsibility of the project individuals and the stakeholders, so that we can have a liable person and accountable person for the project's success or the failure, and we can also realize where the failures or the project success is coming from, so that we can at least motivate to the people who are just are supporting the project, and we can know from which side the failure is coming, and coming to realize that failure, it will also help us to come up with the risk management or risk mitigation plan that was already set before the project is started or during the project planning stage. The following, through the WPS, the work breakdown structure of a house project. It is been listed in the way that you can see clearly, such a way that starting from the primary structure, that is the structure that the house will primarily be visible to the people. Also the foundation development, that is where we can found the project or the house. Also the layout, topography, also the excavation, that is the digging of the ground and whatsoever. Concreting bore, that is the making strong the bodies of the foundation, so that the house can last longer period. And also the exterior wall development, that is the boundary wall that the house will be plotted. Also the roof development, that is at the end stage when the house is being completed. It is primary site under the layout, the foundation, the topography, the excavations, the concrete, the boundary walls. After completion of all those is when we are going to develop the roofs and the electrical infrastructure, which is also be an important part that needs to be risk mitigation plan should have it, because it may also cause a shock, and it may also cause an implication of human life risking, so that we need to have a risk plan for that, as it has already been reflected in the project work presentation. Also the plumbing infrastructure, which is also very important, that the water and whatsoever that can be gone through into the houses and the rooms. Inside the wall development, rough finishing, that is when we complete the house for the boundary walls, the foundation, the concrete, the electrical, the plumbing, all those things. When it is finished, it is that time that we need to, when we need to consider the roughing finish, which is the most important part that gives the physical appearance of the house, hence the project. Also, we need to consider in this scenario, so that the project to be successful, what we also need to consider is that the sequencing of the project, or the sequencing of the and the scheduling, and that is how we prepared it. Working with the contractor, we need to work with the contractor. We also need to work with the project manager. Then we also need to arrange the major deliverables or outputs for the house project in the following manner. This what we mean is that we need to meet with the contractor, the project manager, so that we can have a kick-off meeting before the project starts, and we can agree on every person's role, so that he can be liable or he can be accountable of the failure from his or her end. And that way will help us to account for someone, and also it will help us to drive or to achieve the planned set goals. And these are the sequencing and the scheduling that we have aligned. The sequencing is, as we have already mentioned, is the development, foundation development. The next will be the exterior wall development. Also the third will be the roof development. Also we need to do the electrical infrastructure, and the plumbing infrastructure, and the inside wall development. And this foundation and the exterior and all this to be in chronological order, such a way that when we follow in the chronological order, we can know that in case ever comes to risk or unexpected risk, we can at least know on where we can go about and how we can resolve that challenge, following to the risk mitigation plan that has already been set aside. In the sequencing and the scheduling of the project, The diagram above has shown us that what we are going to use in the sequences of the project, that will make it a chronological way, such that the development must complete before the exterior wall development can begin. That will help us to our project to complete in a successful way, and also to, in case comes to a challenge, that we can go back to where the challenge has came from, and we can at least understand, and we can solve the project challenges, and following the already set plan risk mitigations. Also, once the roof is complete, that is the roofing stage when we reach, so both the plumbing and the electrical work can begin, but the interior walls would not start until the plumbing and the electrical work is complete. Now we are coming to the end of the presentation, which is the conclusion part. And the conclusion part is the most important part, that we need to at least make clear that we can sell our projects to the to the proposal reviewer, or whosoever is going to have a look of that project, so that in later on we cannot have a duplicate or the same failure that we had, or the same success. If we have the success, that success, it can be used for other projects, and if we have failures, is that failure that the other project initiators who are going to start the same project will use, so that they can avoid such failures can happen to their projects. So in our conclusion, we are saying that the WPS, that is the work breakdown structure, is a very important, which helps the project to go smoothly in a sequencing way, and in a not only sequencing, also in a chronological order, and that chronological order is what gives the project to achieve its set goals, and also it gives us the failures and the causes of the project failures, what we can also call the risk mitigations, and the environmental impact, human life impact, the developmental of the country, and how we can also support to the manpower who are working on the project in the construction sites. Also, it will have a great impact on life improvement for those who are also working around the project sites, like selling meals to the project staff, selling whatsoever they need. And in that scenario, it will not only develop to the project work, the manpower who are doing the project work, but also it will be a support for the women or whosoever is selling the meals to those who are working in the project sites. In this case, we can say that the project, this project has supported for so many lives, such that for those who are working in the project, the person who is just who wants the house to be constructed for, and also the government gets revenue and tax from this house construction. Also the project staff, be it the contractor, be it the project manager, be it the other staff who are working in the project, it was a very source of income for them, and it was also a source of income for the government. It was also a source of income to those who are selling meals to the people who are working, and also to those who are supporting with the materials. It has also supported with the technology, because we are using the latest technology methods, so that we can reduce even manpower and duplication of the work. In this conclusion, it will be a critical input to other project management process and the deliverables, such as activity definitions and the project scheduling, networks, diagrams, project and program schedules. Thank you. That marks the end of the presentation. Thank you once again.